The plan is clear. You know, you gotta make sure that the plan is clear. And once the plan is clear, nobody can stop you because your mind is already made up. Okay, like for me, I know, like I said, I know what it takes that we have to get this done.
Yeah.
You know, so can't nobody steer me away from the plan. Can't nobody tell me, hey, I need to go do this, I need to go do that. Oh, it didn't happen quick enough for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it for myself and my family. You know what I'm saying? So you can't tell me something that didn't work for you because in your years, I feel like that I can make it, you know what I'm saying, with the plan that I have put for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that is going to happen. I don't know when. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to process because at the beginning, you don't know how the process is going to be. When you start your business, don't nobody tell you about the process. Nobody tells you. They just say, hey, you just got to put hard work. But once you get that first person, it's over. You never know when you're going to get the first person. You never know. You never know the ups and downs that you're gonna get. You don't know about the emotion.
Yo, what's going on, world? It's your boy Duggan with my co-host K-Ross.
What's going down?
Y'all, welcome to another edition of the Bigger Dream Podcast. Ross, how you doing, bro?
Man, I'm blessed, man. Always blessed, man. Feeling good today. It's a good day to do the podcast. Oh, man, how you doing today, bro?
I'm doing pretty good, bro. You right. It's an interesting day. We changed our schedule.
Yes, sir.
We're recording on Friday.
Yeah.
So we're gonna drop this on Tuesday for y'all. Just trying to get everything together with our work schedules and things like that. But yeah, for the most part, bro, I'm doing pretty good. Had a good day today and things like that, bro.
Yeah.
But man, y'all, what we want to talk to you guys about today, pretty much what I told you guys that we were going to talk about from last podcast when we was talking about having a plan A and a plan B. And we was telling you guys about how we made this amazing investment on last podcast, and we didn't want you guys to get the wrong idea as far as we're switching lanes or we're hopping into something else and we're ditching our business or things like that. Because actually, bro, we was talking with one of our family members and they was like, hey, what happened to y'all in the business and things like that? And we was like, nah, hey, don't get us wrong. Like, we still, going hard in the business, but there's other ventures where we always had planned and we had to hop on it pretty much right then and there.
Yeah,
like,
it forced us to do it.
Yeah. So right now, man, we working on the business. We going hard on the investment that we recently purchased, man. And it's a great feeling. And we just don't want people to actually deter away from their plan A. And like I probably said this a lot of podcasts ago, I was telling people how back in the day, I always heard it was good, you know what I'm saying, to have a plan B, to have a backup plan and things like that. But I'm just, I'm just thinking like, man, if I'm giving 50% to plan A and 50% to plan B, I don't know how long it's going to take for both of my things to work. So it's just like, man, you just rather go all in, bro. So, man, Ross, bro, how you feel about that, man? Plan A, plan B.
What you were saying there at the end, we still sticking with the plan. We just working on our second source of income until the first part of the plan grows. We still contribute to the plan. We still working hard towards our, the business.
Yeah.
And we just working on our second business with the second income as we still doing, waiting for the first one to grow. So, man, I feel like what we doing is this our way of doing things. It's not how other people do it. Some people go with the plan B and C and just forget about the plan A. Me and Doug, we just got one plan. Like, this always been our plan. We never said, okay, if this doesn't work, then we're gonna go to plan B. If plan B doesn't work, we're gonna go to plan C. And I feel like when your mind is like that, you're not gonna be all the way in on your plan, because in the back of your mind, you like,
you got something.
We got plan B. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I can go work on plan B since plan A not working fast enough for me. Because a lot of people like the quick joint. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's why we never said, hey, we got a plan B or plan C, because we like, hey, this got to be completed. It don't matter how long it takes. We're going to do it. But within this plan, we got multiple ventures that we want to do, multiple business that we want to do within our one big plan, so it's all one plan. It's not a plan B, or we're falling back on this. It's just we're sticking with the plan. We're going to continue to do it. Now it's the opportunity for this plan to come, for this to be for our plan to add on to, so
like
us
that.
to go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
So the opportunity came, we took advantage of it, and we did what we had to do, man. So,
man, yeah, nah, you're right. It's like, like we didn't run to the opportunity because we were like, we gonna get this money.
yeah, we were like, hey, it's gonna be there.
Yeah, but then like it came to us and we were like, bro, we had to hop on it. So man, I agree with that 100%. And as you was talking, man, I was thinking like, you know, you was talking about the plan and things like that. And I'm just thinking about, you know, I don't know if this correlation, correct me if I'm wrong, bro, but you know, I'm thinking about like our end goal. You know what I'm saying? Our end goal, you know what we want for our family and for ourselves and things like that. And we was like, hey, this. And a long time ago, you know, we still have talks to this day about it. He was like, man, we're going to use the business to do this, then we're going to use this venture to do this. Yeah. So it's all still planned.
It's part of our plan.
It's part of our plan, bro. Yeah. And like I said, bro, well, like you were saying, I was just thinking, man, like people having plan Bs, man. I don't believe that, you know, millionaires, just people that's, you know, successful in business or whatever, I don't believe that they stuck to that having a plan B thing, that having something to fall back on, because bro, like when you have something to fall back on, you can slack off in your plan A and things like that. So bro, I encourage you guys, man, go all in, go head first 100% into you guys plan A, into whatever it is that you want to do. If it's not business, that's fine. If you want to succeed in a company, just have your all into that, man, and don't get distracted on different things, man. And bro, it's just very important, you guys, you know, having a plan A. And like I said, I used to think about plan A's, plan B's, fallback plan, because that's what you hear, you know, especially in school. I used to hear that a lot, like, have a plan A, what's your backup plan, and things like that. In some cases, it is good to have plan A's and plan B's, but when you're talking about, like, your goals and, like, things that you're actually chasing, plan B's is out the window for me now. With our business, man, I just know, bro, if either of us had like a backup plan, like a plan B, all right, if the business don't take off in this amount of months, we're gonna do this, bro, we would have been, I don't know what the heck, like we was talking about, I don't know what we'd be doing right now, but we kept going with the plan A, and we never said, and we always tell you guys, we've never talked about just quitting within the business. We never just been like, all right, if it don't happen, then we just gonna give up and go after this. And it's not, bro, it's not good to do that. And like I always say, you guys, you see people jumping from this to this to this, it's because they had multiple plans. They was like, all right, if this business don't work, I'ma do this. So you see them doing something else. If this don't work, but it's like, bro, you got to have that spirit, like, to never give up. Once you figure out your plan, go all into it. I told you guys last podcast, we didn't just tap our feet in the water. We jumped into the water in every single thing. Hey, for real, like, we didn't know how to swim. We just jumped in there and we learned how to swim while we was inside the waters ourselves, you guys. So, man, I just feel like, y'all, it's very important to have a plan A, and don't let people encourage you to incorporate or to come up with a plan B, because when you have people in your ear talking to you about, all right, man, that don't seem like it's working or whatever, maybe you guys should, or maybe you should do this, then you start thinking, and then it just depends on that mindset at that moment. Like, do you have the ability to break people off instead of, you know, like I always say, you can listen to them. And then in some cases, it depends on who the person is. You don't even have to listen to that person. Like, I understand with loved ones, close ones, you have to listen to them, you know, be respectful, boom, boom. But some people, when they telling you about different things you should do, you can actually cut that off. That's bad to hear. That's bad to intake. Just walk off. Cut the conversation off, because, man, I don't want to hear about no plan B's, no plan C's, plan D's, because I got this plan that we got, I feel like this is the best plan ever. And I know our end goal is to help our family. I know that what we're doing will help our family. And I said, bro, that's the best feeling in the world for me to wake up, you know, at the end and just be like, man, this was a success. And just look at how my family is. Look how we changed our family. And I always tell you guys about having that legacy in your family. So I just know that what we're doing is going to create a legacy in our family. And this business venture, this second investment that we just made a couple weeks ago, it's always been a part of the plan, and it's like we had to hop on it, and I know that this is just going to help us get to what we've been trying to do this whole time, man. So, and I also want to help the people out, make sure that the plan is clear, because from day one, I'm just saying day one, I always told Doug how the business would be. Like I said, we talked about it in the recent podcast. Within our business, we were gonna have this team, that team, and that team within that business, and then in our second business, you know, it's just gonna be generational wealth.
you know, what we're gonna do for that. Then in our third business, I talked about on last part, I'm just waiting for Doug on that one. I will be waiting for him, you know. So in the plan is clear. You know, you gotta make sure that the plan is clear, and once the plan is clear, nobody can stop you because your mind is already made up. Okay, like for me, I know, like I said, I know what it takes that we have to get this done. Yeah, you know, so
no question.
Can't nobody steer me away from the plan. Can't nobody tell me, hey, I need to go do this, I need to go do that. Oh, it didn't happen quick enough for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it for myself and my family. You know what I'm saying? So you can't tell me something that didn't work for you because it didn't in your years. I feel like that I can make it. You know what I'm saying, with the plan that I have put for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that it's going to happen. I don't know when. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to process, because at the beginning, you don't know how the process is going to be. When you start your business, don't nobody tell you about the process. Nobody tells you. They just say, hey, you just got to put hard work. But once you get that first person, it's over. You never know when you're going to get the first person. You never know. You never know the ups and downs that you're going to get. You don't know about the emotions. And we need to talk about that sometimes, some more. We need to get deep down. We talk about it on the podcast, but your emotions, the breakdowns that you're gonna receive, that you're gonna have. You know what I'm saying? We talked about the tears before. Nobody tell you about these things. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to just keep going. Make sure that your vision is clear. You know what I'm saying, with your plan, and just stick with it. Truly stick with it. Like Doug say, don't listen to nobody. Don't let nobody tell you that you need a plan B, that you need a plan C, or plan D, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just stick to your plan and truly get it done. So at the end of the day, you can be like, see, the plan was always, this was always the plan.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what me and Doug did, man. We still sticking with the business. We're just working on our second business that's going to provide income as well. Because as an entrepreneur, you know, we need multiple streams of income. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, man, it's great to have a plan. With me and Doug, we just make the plan and we go out there and we swim and we learn. That's what we do, man. We go out there, we go into them deep waters. We know how to stay afloat from our first venture. You know what I'm saying? So with the second one, man, it's going to be easier because we learned so much with the first one. And we sticking with the first one regardless. Like I said, it's going to be easier because we're like, okay, we did this before. Let's just go out here and do it. And that's what me and Doug do. We told y'all we some doers. And we just, like I said, we was forced to go invest in this investment. And we just got to work, man. So
yeah, man, I really feel like, you know, if you didn't come to me with the plan, you know, at the beginning and break it down, like you was talking about it being clear. Bro, if it wasn't as clear, or if it wasn't clear at all, you know, I would have been easily even though I've never, you know, really quit anything. You asked me this a couple podcasts ago, but it would have been easy for me to just give it up or whatever because I didn't have a plan in place, man. When you have a plan in place, you guys, it's like you have to stick to it. You like, okay, step 1 gonna lead me to step 2, step 2 gonna lead me to step 3, and then by the time you get to step 10, that's the goal that you guys was trying to get to. And it's like, okay, we just got to keep following the steps, and you know that's what we're doing for the business, man. And man, Ross, bro, I really, it just, people with plan Bs and stuff, it just reminds me of quitters, bro. Like you know that you can just give up on this, and you thinking that your plan B gonna work. Who to say that your plan B the same thing? It's just it always
plan C now.
Yeah, now you gotta go to plan C, and that, you know, it's gonna trickle down to a repeating cycle. And man, like I said, bro, I don't know how, Ross, I don't know how we came up. Well, not even came up, but it's like we've always stuck to this. You know what I'm saying? With our business, y'all, these podcasts we be giving you guys, it's like we knew this, we knew all this stuff coming into it. It's like we didn't like know what to call it or whatever, but it's like we just did it. Right. You know, and I don't know if you remember. Well, you should remember, because your memory ain't as bad as mine. But I was telling you last podcast about how ET said when you figure out something that you want to do, go into it with urgency. Because everything that we did, bro, it was with urgency. Every single thing. And it's just like small things like that we didn't know that we were doing, but we actually just did it just because we got this amazing mindset, you know. And like I said, with this plan A and plan B stuff, like we never just talked about giving it up. And we always just said, no matter what we've been through, and we've been through some hard stuff. I'm talking about hard, like things that you wouldn't even expect. Y'all, we never gave up, because at the end of the day, we have this end goal. And I feel like you guys, that's what it should be for you guys. You should come up with this end goal. What do you want what do you want out of life? What do you want to experience? How do you want to live in life? And when you come up with that, find a plan that's going to get you to that. And we found our plan. Well, and now that we found our plan, we're not finna go to no plan B. We're doggone not about to go to no plan that somebody tells us, and we're like, okay, if we go that route, that's not gonna align with my end goal at all.
Right.
You know, so I just feel like you guys need to find something that you really love to do and stick with it. Everything is gonna be hard. If it's worth having, you guys, it's gonna be hard. But that's gonna be the beauty of it. Y'all, I'm trying to tell you, me and Ross have conversations all the time. He always say that what we going through, he like, it's gonna be a movie. He said, hey, we need to put this in a movie because it's like so many things that we had to go through just to, and it's like not like we're proving to people, but like he said, when it does happen, we're gonna be like, see, told you, you know. And it's like right now we could have been deterred off our plan A. Every single day it seemed like.
I feel like anybody would have just, just quit. Just gave up.
Y'all, it's hard, it's tough, but it's gonna be so much worth it at the end of the day. So please don't be one of them people, because we always gonna get on you for the quitters. We not seeing a lot of people. We not seeing a lot of people quit a lot of different things within this time period of us recording with our podcast. We're not seeing businesses quit. We're not seeing multiple things quit. And it's like, man, like, where was your head at? Like, with the podcast, man, like, I had an end goal. I don't know if you ever just thought deeply onto the podcast, but man, I used to just think, bro, like, even before we had the podcast, I never thought about having one, but I always would just imagine, be like, man, I motivate people. You be on the Christian joint. I was like, man, I just want to talk about our lives, you know what I'm saying, to people. I didn't know if it was going to be on a podcast or what, but I actually seen it, and then when I had the opportunity to start the podcast, when we had the opportunity to start the podcast, we did it, just hopped straight into it. And it was like, I seen the goals, because I know that we can motivate people. I knew that we can motivate people. We're motivating people. So it's like, I just did it, you know what I'm saying? So it's just, like I said, Ross, I just feel like it's important for people to have this end goal in mind, and you just got to work backwards. First, you figure out the end goal, then you figure out the steps that you can, take to get to that, bro. So,
and then what I like so much about us is, man, we develop strength in our losses, and that's so hard to do. That's so hard to do, to develop strength in a loss, because a loss can take a brother out. We talk about this all the time, man. A loss can take you out. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But instead of us taking it out, taking us out, man, we developed the strength in that thing, and that's what keep us going, because we understand the end goal, and it's never an end goal. We just say end goal, completing that first goal, but it's just we understand who we doing it for. And once you understand who you're doing it for, and for your future generation, shouldn't nothing stop you. Quitting shouldn't even pop up in your mind. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I always stay on you quitters. I'm gonna stay on you, and if you quit, I hope we encourage you to get back to it. You know what I'm saying? Go back to that process and get through it. That's the thing about us. We are transparent. We keep everything real. We not there yet, but everything that we talking, we back it up with our actions. Once this camera go off, we go through every emotion. We go through every no. We go through every loss, and we come back on here and we give y'all a podcast every week, and we tell y'all what we going through. But we know at the end that we're going to make it. And when we say make it, we're not talking about, oh, we're going to be millionaires and nothing like that. We just made it to our wealth, what me and Doug call wealth, and how we get to spend time with our family, how we was able to be a blessing to our family and others, you know what I'm saying? That's what our definition of making it is, us being a blessing to other people. So that's what you got to develop, you know what I'm saying, in your process. You got to develop that strength in your losses. And once you get to that point, man, can't nobody stop you from your plan. So can't nobody, man, they can't take you away from your plan. So
yeah, man.
Remember, make it clear. Make your plan clear. And then on the way, you know what I'm saying, on your way doing your plan, develop the strength, because you're going to need strength to make it through this thing.
Yeah, and I like what you said, develop those strengths in your losses, man. And I just feel like, bro, every single time we was well, not even losses, but when we came up against a barrier, and we knocked it down, it's like every single time we get closer and closer to, something good, to success, man. And bro, like, y'all, like we always say, man, it's so much stuff that inside of your process. And like for us, for example, like I just said, when we come up against a barrier, we can easily, well, it ain't easy for us, but easily we can just be like, all right, nah, I ain't finna do that, man. Let's just give it up or whatever. But it's like we put our heads together, we put our minds together, and we always come up with a plan to get through this barrier. Yes, and that's what you guys need to do. Because I know for a lot of people, you guys may come up to a barrier, come up to a challenge or whatever, and you just give it up. You just walk away from it. Then that's when you can just go to your plan B. But it's like when you, like I was saying at the beginning of the podcast, you guys, if you have all these different plans, you're not giving 100% to the plan A. You giving 50 and 50. So it's like you have to be all in. I always say you guys have to be all in with your dreams and goals because it's important, man.
Yes,
and
sir.
I really don't know how we can make these people just see how important it is to be the best version of you or just stick to things. And I like what you said about quitting. Quitters, you were just like, you don't, because I know for me, I ain't never just encouraged somebody who quit to get back up. And that's probably something we probably need to have a podcast about because, I say that we be on the quitters, and we do.
Yeah.
But we really want you guys to get back up and fight. We want you guys to get back. And when you first started, whatever you did, if your all wasn't into it, and if it was somewhere else, I encourage you to pretty much figure out what you want to do and just stick with that. But and then that just comes to don't start things that you had no
not gonna finish.
that you're not gonna finish. You had no plan on finishing anyway. So maybe we can do a podcast about that or something like that. Also with the emotions, because emotions it's very important to not control
take you out.
Yeah, they will. You guys, you have to control your emotions. I really do want to talk about that because we can talk about that on the business side. Personal side, just everything as far as emotions, because they do play a big factor in a person being successful in life, man. You can get to the top, man, and if your emotions are just, you can't control them, man, you will just fall off, man. People on the way to the top got knocked off, like you said, because of their emotions, man. You couldn't handle it, man. You don't know how to handle different situations. So, man, we can definitely talk about that, but just to get back on topic, bro, as far as with the plan A's and plan B's, man, I just, like I said, you guys, growing up, I was taught to have multiple plans if these things don't work out. But I wasn't just taught, just to stick with something and just do it for the rest of your life. If you find that thing, because like with us, it's like I can taste the success in our plan. Like I know that it's going to work. So I'm not finna ever give it up. I don't care how long it is. It's finna be the third year in our business, you guys. It's finna be the third year. I know the third year, this is when a lot of businesses quit. This is when a lot of business quit. We're gonna break that. We not finna quit ever. You know what I'm saying? And we just gonna keep going. Cause like Ross always say, it's a man out there that I did what we are doing and they are successful in it. Ross always tell me that. He be like, man, hey, somebody done did it before, and that's my mindset as well. Somebody done did it before, so I'm not finna give up, because if this person can do it, I know I can, and I go way harder than them, so I know that I can do it.
We all know a person that did it for 10 years.
Yep.
Went 10 years straight without, you know what I'm saying?
And
he went 10 and it was a reward after the 10. So you got to go get your reward. You know what I'm saying? When you put in hard work, you better go get your reward. And if you quit, you will never get that reward. You know what I'm saying? So once you put in that hard work and your plan, you will get rewarded. Once you complete that mission, once you complete that process that you have to go through.
What about for the people who don't see that reward is coming? Like for us within our...
Well, you don't see the reward when it comes. We don't know what... Right now in the day, we know that the reward is there, but we don't know when it's going to come.
But that's
why I say we're in
a
great position. You got to position yourself. You know what I'm saying? Your hard work positions you for the reward. You know what I'm saying? Because one phone call, like I said, it can change our lives. One email can change our lives. We position ourselves for that moment. If we never put in the hard work, if we never did the research in our industry, there was no research. You know what I'm saying? We came against this one thing that put us on, that helped us in our industry. You know what I'm saying? So once we do all those, once you do the battle, then you got to get your contracts and things together. Then you got to get your supplies. You know what I'm saying? Then you got to get your insurance and things like that. Like, we are positioning ourselves for the reward. You know, so that's where your hard work come from. Then after that, you got to go straight sale mode. You know what I'm saying? Then, like we talked about the losses. We developed the strength in our losses. We developed when people said no, it hurt. We had promises. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm going to a whole nother podcast, but we had promises. But this is part of the process. You know what I'm saying? So we have put ourselves in a great position, and your hard work, you gotta set yourself up for your reward, man. So you got to, bro.
Man, I love that. Set yourself up for the reward.
You got to.
If the reward comes, you need to be ready for it.
Duh, it's so many people that was almost there and decided to quit.
Mm-hmm.
They decided. I mean, you really got to make a decision to quit. I'm talking about you got to make a decision. Because I know during this time, man, quitting have came across my mind. And I sit there and look at that thing like, man, you crazy? I'll be praying. I said, Lord, I said, God, it hurt. But I don't know what quitting is. I sit up there and rise above it all. You know what I'm saying? Like, quitting comes across your mind. You know what I'm saying? In them times that you hurt, like, man, you might as well just give it up. You gotta truly make a decision to quit something. Like, I give up. I'm not gonna pay it attention. I'm not gonna pay it no mind no more. I'm not gonna give it my all. I'm not giving no more energy to this thing. You gotta make a real decision to quit. And that's just not in me, man. Just be like, man, I give up. You know what I'm saying? To make that decision, bro.
Some gotta tick in your head to be like, I quit. I'm stopped doing that. I'm hanging my helmet up.
I'm telling you, bro.
And like I always say, man, just quitting. I feel like it's just gonna hurt more.
That's a bad word to me. You cursing. Quit. I feel like I'm cursing when I say I quit.
Bro, that's what it's like, man. It's like I can't do it at all. Like I said, man, I just feel like if I do quit, it's gonna hurt more than me going through the process anyway. That's and people always talk about how the process is tough.
Yeah.
Like I just said, if you really want something, it's gonna take hard work. If you want to be different, it's gonna take hard work. If you want to reach a different level of success, it's going to take hard work. So whatever it is, man, keep going through it, y'all. Like, we are a prime example. Like, we've been going through the most. Like I say, every single day it's a different battle. I'm sure you guys be going through your own battles as well, but add the business on top of it, sometimes the family, they start tripping at us. It's like, hey, we doing the best. It's for y'all, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, at the end of the day, like I said, you guys have that end goal, man. Go through it, fight, be a warrior, man. It's gonna all pay off. And when it all pay off, man, everybody gonna be happy, man. Everybody gonna be good because of the hard work that you put in.
Yes, sir.
But guess what? Like we said before, if you give up on your process and you go to this plan B that you had 50% interest in, man, it may not even benefit your family or benefit you or whatever, whoever you're doing it for, the way that your plan A could have done, man. So just keep going. I just know, y'all, and I see it all the time, like I always say, as far as people giving up and people quitting, like, I just can't do that. And I know Ross, he don't look up, he don't like be on YouTube Googling, millionaire habits and things like that, but I do. And they always, it's a different mindset that they have. They have this winner mentality, this never giving up mentality, this positive mentality. It's like, me and Ross, we've adapted that. Like I said, even though Ross, he don't Google that or whatever, but it's like for some reason, we was the chosen ones to have these type of mindset. And it's like, we know the kind of mindset that it takes to get to this other level of success. So we're gonna keep going to it every single day. And for the people that's not where they want to be in life, it's because they given up multiple times, or they didn't have the information. But I know a lot of people, they were scared to receive the information, or they just gave up on whatever plan that they had. And I know people, like, personally, bro, that had a plan and it was deterred because of somebody else. Somebody else was like, hey, it's either me or you, or you can keep doing that and I'ma leave, or what. And they chose the person rather than their goal. So it's like, man, it's like you can't let other people get in the way of your plan A, because it's so important, bro. So
that's real talk.
Yeah, so
that's real talk there, man. That was good stuff.
Yeah, man. So yeah, that's pretty much what we want to talk to you guys about today. Man, I seen it, and Ross, he seen it. So it's like, y'all, please stay on that plan A, because I guarantee you, if you keep going, the success is right around the corner. Success is right around the corner. It may happen tomorrow, may happen next week, may happen next month, but you just have to have that faith level that Ross always talks about. You have to have that faith that it's going to happen, that it's going to come one day. And when it do come, like he was saying, be ready, be prepared for it, because all your hard work that you've been putting in all these months, it's gonna pay off, and you gonna know what to do with it. You gonna know exactly what to do with it. So, man, before we get out of here, you guys, just like to introduce. Y'all already know who it is. It really ain't no introduction.
That's to them boys, man.
Shout out to them boys. Y'all love Waste Management. Y'all see the banner, everybody on YouTube. You see the shirts that me and Ross got on. Shout out to them, Trash Valet Service in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Like I always say, if you know an apartment complex that needs the valet trash amenity, reach out to the property manager and get Love Waste Management info. You can go to lovewastemgmt.com or hit them up on their Instagram at Love Waste Management. So, like I said, man, you got anything else for them?
No, that's it, man. You know Jesus Christ is King.
I knew he was going to throw that in there.
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all. So I hope y'all enjoyed this podcast. Remember, you guys, we're counting on you to stick to your plan A, okay? So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you guys next Tuesday.
Yes, sir.